Stitch Cuties, I'm Brittany with Stitches of Love Quilting, and welcome to the video tutorial for making your cute little teddy bear and gifts block 11 of your Christmas Lane block of the month using your embroidery machine. So you're going to download the file from your account, load it onto your embroidery machine. With your hoop, you are going to put your Sulky Tear Easy stabilizer into your 8x12 hoop and stitch that first stitch. And then what you will do, I'm going to put my pattern up to this side so I can read it. And what you'll do is simply take your hoop, it's got the first step stitched, and I turn it sideways to fit onto my Steady Betty. And then you put your cute fabric, you have it centered in your hoop but with the 8-inch width, and then you just want to make sure it's past that top and bottom stitched line, which you have more than enough fabric, and you're going to give it a little tape into place. You'll also notice on the left and right of the screen, I have all my colors laid out in the order of appearance in the pattern. And I've done the same thing with my pre-fused laser cut applique pieces. I have them stacked in order that I'm going to need to place them. So I always do that first, read through the pattern, get my pieces organized just like every month. And that way throughout the process, you don't really have to think because you've got it all laid out and you're ready for the fun part of stitching. So we're gonna keep that white thread on our machine for the first several steps. So when you put this back on, we're now gonna have our first round of applique outlines stitched out for us. Okay, so now your first round of applique outlines are stitched. That was step 8 that's stitched out for you. I am going to remove the tape just so I don't accidentally hit it with my iron. If you do iron over your tape, you will get a little gooey mess and I don't want that. So now we're going to put our pieces down in numerical order. Step 9. First up is going to be piece number 1. Like always with this quilt, you have 2 of the same piece for any pieces that are white that need to be double lined. And what you're going to do, you'll notice there's like a little step up. That's what you're going to use to line up your piece just right. And then it's going to line up on the top and bottom. And then of course it's going to exceed on the sides past our stitched line. But as long as you have those little hooks right there in place, or the little step up, then you know you're in the right spot. And again, it only takes a few seconds to fuse this, and then you'll put that second piece directly on top, and that just helps double line and make that white look like a nice pure white without your background fabric showing through as much. Now the next piece we're gonna put on is piece number 2, which is the cute little gift. And you can see one side has this little cutout. That's what you're gonna use to line up here. Other than that, it would be a perfect rectangle. So make sure that is in place. And then you know you have it in the right spot. And then there's one more piece, number 10. We're gonna slowly start building out the little teddy bear as well. And that is his little arm over here. So put that in place. And remember, you can see above on the screen, I have my, or maybe it's not showing, my little 4-in-1 Essentials tool. And I will be using that when we get to putting the little bitty pieces in place. So now we're gonna continue to step 10 with the white thread. Okay, so we have our next round. And again, it's very important to put it down in numerical order because there's a lot of overlap, right? So we're gonna put down piece number 3, which is the vertical up and down piece on our Christmas gift. Remember, I have mine turned sideways so that it fits on my Steady Betty and inside the camera. And then I have piece number 4 right in place. And then number 5 is this cute gift. And it's a curry blossom. I love that color. It's really fun. It's like a golden yellowy type color. And then we have this little bitty piece on the side, piece number 11, which is not a perfect circle. It's part of your little teddy bear's hand. So you do want to spin it a little and make sure you get it just so. There we go. And again, you can always use your placement guide that comes in your pattern to sort of lay out your pieces first and make sure you have the right one, because especially with like the little teddy bear pieces, they all look very similar. So now we are going to continue on to step 12. The machine is going to give us our next round of applique outlines. Okay, so let's iron our 3 pieces in place. So we have piece number 6 is first. And again, when you have a piece that has a lot of little jut outs, if you will, you want to make sure it's in place everywhere. And then I like to just begin and just make sure each flower petal remains in the right spot. And then, there we go. Now it looks like I have one adjusted a little not right. So while it's still warm, you can just kind of push it into place. So easy peasy. I love this little tool. Now we're gonna put an arm on. This is piece number 8. Our little arm right here. Doot, doot, doot. There we go. And then piece number 12, which is the body of our little teddy bear. And make sure he's in place everywhere. There you go. And let's give him a press. There we go. Now we will continue with the white thread for the next step, which is going to be 14. The machine will stitch several outlines for us to really start building out our teddy bear now. Okay, so now we're gonna put the center on our gift bow, and we're gonna really put on a lot of pieces of our little teddy bear. So this right here, the center is a perfect oval, so that's easy to put in place. All the pieces on our teddy bear though are very unique shaped, so you do wanna make sure that you're getting the right piece in the right spot. So this is number 9. It's kind of pointier, pointing towards our little teddy bear. Then we have his left foot, number 12. And it's kind of more rounded, if you will, on the top. And give that a press. Then we have his right foot, number 14. And it's a little pointier on the top. You can kind of tell your piece is a little pointier on one end. There we go. And then his cute little top face, his head, his top face. That's a new one. It's his top face, like a top hat. And just make sure his little ears and his face are in place. And we will give this a nice press. So that's all for this step. We'll continue on with a few more applique outlines. Okay, so let's put more pieces of our teddy bear together. First up, we're gonna put our little heart in place. Every teddy bear has to have a heart. Look how cute that is. And again, you can use that little tool if you wanna make sure you're not burning your fingers. Then we're gonna put on 17, which is his left ear. And put that little piece right in place. There we go. And number 18, which is his right ear. There we go. And make sure on the little pieces that you have the fusible side down, because every now and then, when they're little like that, it can kind of be tricky. And then his little nose. Look at that, he's a cute teddy bear. So now, I guess that's his mouth, not his nose, because the very next step is the last applique outline, which is for his black nose. Alrighty, so let's put that last applique piece in place. Again, with a small piece like this, make sure that you have fusible side down. There we go. Oh my gosh, look how cute he is. Hello, teddy bear. So fun. And now I'm going to take my hoop on and off for the rest of the steps. But for you in your sewing space, you don't need to take your hoop on and off. We're gonna go through all of the color changes, which are steps 20 through 26. So the first color we're gonna load is 1095 turquoise. Alrighty, so the outer sides of our snow are stitched in the turquoise, just like all the blocks. And then these pieces are sitting over the snow, which is why there's no turquoise stitching in the center. So next we are going to put on 1177 avocado, and our first little gift right here, the outer lines and the little bow or the ribbon right here will be stitched. Okay, so our cute little gift is stitched in the avocado. Now we are going to load butterfly gold, and you guessed it, our little gift right here will be buttonhole stitched. Alrighty, take a look. Your other gift is now stitched. Now we're going to load the 1035 True Red, and the bow in the center of the bow will be stitched. All right, take a look at your pretty bow. It looks so nice. Now we are going to load the medium tawny tan, and a whole bunch of your teddy bear is going to be buttonhole stitched. Alrighty, and now your teddy bear is all stitched. It's time to load the 1256 Sweet Pink to stitch his cute little heart. Alrighty, so our little heart is now stitched. We're on our last color change, which is to 1005 Black, and the machine is going to give our teddy bear two cute little eyes and, of course, a little mouth. Alrighty, your cute teddy bear and gifts block is all complete. Let's look from top to bottom. Dun, 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 dun. Looks perfect. So now what you're going to want to do is move on to step 27 and 28 in your pattern. You are going to take this out of your hoop. You're going to remove all of the stabilizer, and then you can use this top line and bottom line as a guide to trim your block to 8 inches squared, and then keep it in a safe place. And we're going to make our last block in the embroidery machine next month. So sad. I've had so much fun stitching this with y'all. But don't worry, it's not the end of your block of the month, because you still get to make the whole center block and then put everything together with your finishing kit. So you still have a few more months of fun. But next up will be block 12. Happy stitching!